Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying for Beginners. Today we're going to tie a generic beadhead nymph. The hook I have in a vise is a 2 extra long nymph hook, and this is a size 12. I have a 3mm bead on it. We're going to start by adding lead wire to it, and we're just going to put the lead wire on the thorax area. And we got about 10 wraps there. We're going to push that right inside the bead. I'm going to bring this up and pull that off. I'm going to use black thread, and this is 8/0. I'm going to start it behind the lead wraps and then put several wraps over the lead. And bring that back to the bend of the hook. And we're going to stop it just about at the barb of the hook. We're going to start with the tail, and the tail is going to be pheasant tail center barbels. And we want that tail to be about the length of the body. And we're going to trim that off. Next we're going to put in a rib, and the rib is fine copper wire. Next we're going to put in the shell back, and that is going to be pheasant tail centers, but this time we're going to have more. We're going to have probably about 10 or 12 of them. And we want the tips to be pointing forward because that's going to be the legs. We want those legs to be just maybe half or 3/4 the length of the shank. So we're going to let them stick out past the barb 3/4, and we're going to wrap this in. I'm making big loops just to get them secured, and bring that right to the bead, and you can see they're starting to divide already. And we're going to bring that back, right back to the tail. Now I'm going to use Awesome Possum dubbing for the underbody. And we want to get this tapered, so we're going to tie it or dub it lighter at the top of our noodle and heavier in the middle and bottom. And we're going to go ahead and dub the abdomen. And you want to make that taper. Now I'm going to take my pheasant tail and I'm going to fold that over. And I'm going to hold that down with a wrapper too. I'm going to take the copper wire and we're going to palmer that up. And bring that up to the thorax. Take your pheasant and fold that back. Take my copper wire up in front of it. And I'm going to tie that down in front of it a little bit. There we go. And then I could break that off. Now we're going to take more of the same dubbing. And we're going to dub it for the thorax. Now at this point we're going to divide our legs, pull them to the side, pull them to that side, and we can wrap them down and back. And there's our legs. I'm going to take a bit more dubbing. We want to cover that bottom part. Take our wing case, fold that over. Pull that tight. And we're going to cut that off close. I'm going to put just a very small amount of dubbing on there. I'm going to take my whip finish and we're going to whip finish with the dubbing. Pull that in tight. And we're going to put some head cement on the bead and let it flow back down the bead. Doesn't matter if you get head cement on the bead, it's still going to shine through. And here we have a generic Beadhead Nymph. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Leave comments, questions, suggestions. And most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.